Welcome back to BrainFLoTv. So let's get right to it. So 6ix9ine is done doing all the telling, right? And right now it's time to find out just how good that's going to work out for him, for the simple fact that he's supposed to get a whole lot less time, because even the prosecutor said he gave us stuff that we weren't even looking at. He told so much. He told on people that they didn't even have a radar on. And those people were arrested. Some people have been tried. Over 100 years of conviction combined had been given out already so far based on 6ix9ine's testimonies. Okay? So it's going to be interesting. But what we have here before us today is a letter that he wrote to the judge because he is about to be sentenced himself. And of course, the prosecution is asking that since he was a good snitch, he worked very well with us, and he gave us a whole lot of stuff, then judge, please be lenient on him. Now, when a prosecution asks for you to get less time, you know you're going to be all right. All right. Before I read the letter, though, let me say this. A lot of people have been saying, man, when his life is done with prison life, he can't survive nowhere on the streets. Let me break this down to you real quick. There are people that write best-selling novels. There are people that sell records and books and stories, and you never see them out in public. They live in a world that you cannot penetrate. Just take like your highest paid Hollywood star, for example. They have the money and the clout and the resources to disappear, but still be here. You only see them on screen, and that's it. So 6ix9ine lives in that perfect world. He can get right back to getting his money through social media, through the internet, through record sales. He can tour and be heavily guarded and heavily secured and still make his money. So I think he's going to be just fine. Plus, there's a whole lot of opportunities that are going to be on the table for him when he gets home. Somebody's going to want to write a book, a tell-all book. Somebody's going to want to make a movie or a short film. So there's money and opportunities on the table. And in case you think that while he was locked up, that his music was doing poorly, I want you to think again. On Spotify alone, he streamed over 1 billion views. I mean, a billion listens, 1 billion plays for this year alone. 1 billion. That's a billion with a B. Okay? And Spotify pays somewhere like 68 cents per 100 streams. And I did the math to that, and he made about $6,800,000 off streams alone. So his money is good. His money is good. And he stands to make a whole lot more money when he gets out, if he gets out soon. And we will talk about that. So here's the letter. And I'm going to read you the letter exactly. Shout out to TMZ for getting the letter and putting it out there in PDF form so we could all download it and read it. So it says at the top, Honorable Paul A. Engelmeyer. That's the judge. Thurgood Marshall United States Courthouse, 40 Foley Square, New York, New York, 10007. And this is 6ix9ine's words in his letter. He says, Dear Judge Engelmeyer, as my sentencing date approaches, I am becoming more and more overwhelmed with emotions. More than anything, I am extremely grateful for this opportunity to express my remorse to you, Your Honor, over this situation. I find it difficult to find the right words to express what my life has been like for the last year. It honestly feels like my whole world is crashing down. There is no excuse, no justification, and no apology good enough in this world to explain my crimes. While I have been incarcerated, I have had time to reflect on the recklessness and foolishness of my decisions. I wake up every morning asking myself, was it worth it? I know that my life will never be the same, but hopefully this change will be for the better, because beyond all of this, I still consider myself a role model to millions of people as an artist, a celebrity, and as a human being. I'm happy that the public was able to witness me dealing with the consequences of my actions because I feel like it sheds light on what can come from gang affiliation. I know that this is part of the plan that God has for me, and I am confident that I am ready to face this thing head on. Before my arrest, I publicly, hold on, let me stop first and say something. Check this out. So here he is talking about God's plan for his life, and he surrenders. Sounds like he's on his knees, right? But this is so well written and so well put together. I kind of find it funny how gangsters be like hood-like with ebonics 24/7, and then as soon as they get pinched, the perfect English comes out, grammatically correct and everything. But you got to understand, though, I'm pretty sure he wrote this with the help of lawyers. They wouldn't just let him write a letter to the judge on his own. This was well put together. You know what I mean? And all the right things have been said, like there's no excuses. There's no justification. I know I was wrong. He's admitting guilt, and I apologize. And he knows that he'll change for the better, and how he's still putting it in the judge's head that, hey, throw me a bone here. I'm a celebrity. You know what I mean? And I still see myself as a celebrity. I still see myself as a good example to millions of people, or a role model to millions of people. You know what I mean? Reminding the judge that millions of people are paying attention to this. You know, I worked with your prosecution. I did good at snitching. I gave a whole lot of information, even stuff you guys didn't ask for. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's that time that I need some help from you, Judge. Everything I did was wrong, and I'm not running from any of it. I'm just asking you to be lenient on my sentence so I can do my time and get back out. Hopefully, I won't get any time but time served. We'll talk about that in a minute. So the letter continues, and it says, before my arrest, I publicly disassociated myself from 9ine, but I knew that it would come with a price. Let's stop again real quick. He disassociated himself from 9ine about 24 hours before he was arrested. And that's only because the feds were already on him, and we already knew that he was going to be picked up, or he already knew what was about to happen, right? They had offered him protection. He refused it. And then when they picked him up and he saw how serious it got, then he decided, oh, damn. But remember when he went to the Breakfast Club and he told Charlemagne and Angela Yee and them that, hey, I'm done. That's when he publicly said he was through with them. But 24 hours later, he was locked up. Anyways, he said, before my arrest, I publicly disassociated myself from 9ine, but I knew that it would come with a price. I knew from previous incidents that the gang would retaliate against me for denouncing them in public. Prior to my arrest, I was kidnapped by members of the gang, became aware of the fact that the mother of my child was having sexual relations with one of my co-defendants, damn, and that they were stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from me. I had a feeling of relief when I was arrested by the government because I felt stuck, like the gang had control of my life and that I could never be able to escape their grip. I needed to do something before it was too late. So here he is, taking that arrest as giving thanks for it, literally. Like, it saved my life. I had no other way out. I realized that I placed myself in this position with the choices that I made. I know that I am not a victim because my actions contributed to this mess. I have had plenty of time to reflect, and since the time of my arrest, I have asked myself, are you remorseful because of what happened or because you were caught? So he is knocking that ball out the park right now, because a lot of people are saying, nah, he's only remorseful because he was caught. Because when you were out there trolling and acting gangster and all that, you didn't seem like somebody that wanted to run away from that situation. You know what I mean? As you would have ran your ass to a police station and did some stuff yourself. But because you got caught up, now you feel remorseful. So he's letting the judge know in this letter right here that I've been thinking about, just Judge. I asked myself, are you remorseful because of what happened or because you were caught? I now know that I am remorseful for what happened because I was blessed with the gift of an opportunity that most people dream of, but I squandered it by getting involved with the wrong people and misrepresenting myself when I should have been true to myself and my fans. I'm sorry to the victims who were affected by my actions, to my fans who look up to me and were misled, to my family who depends on me, and to this courtroom for this mess that I contributed to. I truly am sorry for the harm that I've caused. If given a second chance, I will not let this court down, and I will dedicate a portion of my life to helping others to make the same mistakes, not make the same mistakes that I've made. Sincerely, Daniel Hernandez. And with that comes a letter from his mom, a letter from his bodyguard or his former bodyguard, a letter from, there's been like a letter from his brother. There's like 30 letters on behalf of him, speaking of how good he is. His mama talked about how he was his favorite Bible verse, Psalms 121, and all this other stuff, right? End of the day, he said, finished by, I'm truly sorry for the harm that I've caused. And if given a second chance, he'll be using his time to help others to not make the same mistake that he has made. And he is asking for a lighter sentence in this RICO case. All right. Now, he's basically telling the judge, look, I helped you seal a lot of convictions, judge, and I think you could throw me a bone here. Now, there's a lot of people that got a lot to say about it, but at the end of the day, it's up to the judge. Jerome Truitt said, yeah, your life will change for the better after you do this nickel and the judge that the judge is about to give you. So Jerome thinks the judge is about to give him about 5 years. Somebody else says, I agree. Cut the sentence to 100 years. Another person says he's a dead man walking. Another person says, let's share it too. Like him or not, I never heard of him until all this happened. You got to admit, he is a marked man, and I doubt he has long in or out of prison. With a face like his, where can he blend in? People will be looking to burn him just for the badge and the glory. This is quite tense. Look out. And with that said, we're going to leave this right where it's at. Do you think that 6ix9ine is going to get less than 5 years? If so, how many years do you think he's going to get? Do you think that he will be able to get to the money once he gets out, to get to the shmoney once he gets out? Do you think he's going to be okay? Or do you think somewhere down the line, somebody is going to poke him? And I'm talking about like prison poke, like poke him with something sharp. Do you think that he's going to be able to survive on the outside and be safe? Leave your comments in the comment section below. I wish him all the best, man. But, you know, like I said, he's going to be okay. There are others who have done way worse than he did and were considered rats and stool pigeons by people who are known to put bodies in the ground. And they got away. So I think 6ix9ine can too. Alright, it's TV over here on BrainFLoTv. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section below. I'm out. Peace.